already know when y'all see me, I'm about to make y'all think. You ever wonder why it gets dark? It's because we're in the black hole I keep telling y'all about. The darkness comes from the black sun. If the real sun was here, it will never be dark because we literally feed off of it. It's the source of all positive energy, so why would it go down? The manufactured light we think is the sun harvests energy from the real sun. Balance the frequencies under the Skynet. This is when the moon comes into play. Just in case you didn't know, the moon is a spaceship that emits low frequencies. For instance, when it's hot during the day, it's cooler in the shade, right? But when it's cold at night, it's warmer in the shade. So the sun and the moon is complete opposites. The harvest energy from the sun harvests us with positive energy. The moon levels this out at the end of the day. This is why we go to sleep. I want y'all to think about this. Y'all remember the moon being out in the middle of the day as kids? Because I don't. See the moon all day now, but not the sun. How does that even make sense? It only makes sense if it's out all day to continuously lower our frequency. Because it's getting too hot to sustain the matrix. Anyways, y'all be gods. Peace.
How to reprogram your subconscious mind to change your reality. First, you have to understand that your reality is literally created by the thoughts in your subconscious mind. Whatever thoughts are in your subconscious, your conscious mind carries them out in the form of actions and habits. So the subconscious mind is like the script or the code that the conscious mind literally conforms to. So if life were a video game, the subconscious is like the rules of the game, and the conscious mind is the player that always conforms to the rules of the game. So to change how you play the game or experience life, you have to change the rules of the game or the thoughts in your subconscious mind. So how do you change the rules or add new thoughts into your subconscious? Well, the key to this is repetition. The thoughts that you repeat the most to your conscious mind get absorbed back into your subconscious mind and become part of the program. So the key to override the program is to repeat new thoughts, and one of the best ways to do that is with affirmations. So right now I want to work on finishing my book. So what I do is I use this affirmation app called True Me Calm to create an affirmation which can program my subconscious to hold that belief. I then add that affirmation to my homepage as a widget so that my conscious mind repeatedly sees it until it gets absorbed into my subconscious. I also set daily reminders to repeat that affirmation, which further cements that thought into my subconscious mind. And boom, it's literally as easy as that. Well, not as easy because a lot of people don't actually stick to it. But either way, this is a technique I've been using for a very long time, and I recommend you do it either right before you go to sleep or right after you wake up. As during that time, your mind is in theta brainwave state, which makes it easier to absorb thoughts into your subconscious mind. Now the link for that app will be in my bio. I suggest trying this for at least 21 days and just let me know how it works for you.
People are asking what this cage of tin foil and metal is all about that's around me. It's a Faraday cage. A Faraday cage is a cage which emits no signal, and no signal can enter. And you can see here, it's all around, including the floor, all metal, and the ceiling. Why am I doing this? Why am I going to this trouble? Oh, in addition to the Faraday cage, we have an 8-channel scrambler, which you can see here, I hope, which prevents any signal from getting into this room or leaving this room, just in case the Faraday cage fails. Why am I doing this? Because I am an escaped slave. A slave to the system that escaped, and I have a loud voice. You think you're not slaves, but you are. The 9-to-5 existence of your current lives is structured by the American industrial corporate complex, complicit with our government. You need to free yourselves from this, not as me. You don't have to go out and risk yourself by speaking out loudly, but free yourselves. This is not what life is. This is not what life is. Life is a great mystery, a glorious, unbelievably mysterious, beautiful existence if you are free from those who control you, provide you with propaganda, lie to you, deceive you. Everyone is looking for this escaped slave. I will not be found. and I will continue to speak. Thank you for listening.
Did you know that you really do have something watching over you? At minimum, 3 spirits that are attached to you. And that's only if you don't have any generational curses or demons attached to your family's name. And that spirit could be protecting you as your dog. Kabbalah, the angels are known as 72 names of God, Shemha Farash. Demons are known as the Goetia. King Solomon had control of all 144 of them. The Freemasons actually claim that they helped build his temple. King Solomon claims demons he controlled built it by hand. Some claim the Masons had controlled these entities themselves. That was their involvement in building the temple. Throughout history, these spirits were summoned through black obsidian mirrors. We see this in modern day screens, just like the one you're watching me from now. So if you were worried about getting spied on through your phone before, it's a whole new element. You never know who or what might be watching over you.
Balenciaga faced a massive amount of backlash after having a photo shoot where a clearly underage individual was showing off what appears to be adult playthings. They actually faced so much backlash that they completely got off of Twitter, deleted every post that they had on Instagram, then almost immediately issued multiple public apologies. But even with them trying to go low-key and apologize, people are still calling them out and are very upset because they're finding even more disturbing things in other photos. For example, if you zoom in on this photo, there's a book on the desk by Michael Bormans, which if you Google him shows that he's an artist that shows, once again, underage individuals in inappropriate settings. And in another one of Balenciaga's photos, it shows a hidden court document, specifically United States v. Williams, where if you research and dig deeper into the document, it talks about CP. Now, Fact Checkers has come out and said that this is just an absurd conspiracy theory, but many people believe that this should be investigated a little deeper and are concerned. What do you think?
When I say I got your ass, oh, I've got your ass. As you know, pyramids can be found all over the world. China, Mexico, Egypt, and so on. But did you know that those pyramids was once buried? I mean fully buried. All my days. So all these mounds and mountains that have got people walking up are actually pyramids. I mean, it brings a whole new level to hidden in plain sight. In Australia, they have a race once a year up and down a pyramid, and nobody knows. And it's not just pyramids, it could be colosseums. I believe under every green mountain or hill like this, there is a man-made structure.
This is how manifesting and programming your mind truly works. When people say what you think becomes your reality, especially when you're on a high vibration, it doesn't mean that everything you think becomes real. Because people nowadays be like, oh my god, I thought about that, oh my god. But what it really means is that what you think becomes your vibration, which then determines what is attracted to you. Your thoughts are short bursts of energy, so what you do with them is what matters. So when you think the same thoughts over and over, this goes to your subconscious and affects you on subconscious levels, therefore becoming programming. So if you keep thinking that you're worthless and that you're gonna do nothing in life, that is what's gonna become you and you're gonna attract that, and vice versa. If you are on a high vibration, energy moves faster, which means that the energy you put out boomerangs back quicker, which means you manifest very quickly. If you are on a low vibration, energy moves slower and things are darker, which means that the energy you put out boomerangs back slower and you manifest very slowly. This is what karma is. You put out a certain energy and you show the universe what energy you want returned back to you. This is also how we are cells of the universe. We are energetic beings making up the energetic being, which is scientifically the universe as a living soul. So we are part of that and we create that. Just like how our cells in our body have consciousness and make up us, that is the same thing we are to the universe. When extraterrestrials are channeled and they're asked about the universe, not even they know how it works. All they know is that we are part of a grander being. And they always tell us, don't try and understand it, just know it exists, just like science says. Overall, we are cells of a grander being, and it's completely up to you whether you want to be a cancer cell or a healthy cell. It's completely up to you, but we are those cells of the grander universe.
Adapo. And what's interesting when you analyze this tablet is that it really reveals something very important about humanity.
Right.
Because in this tablet, it literally says that Adapa is created greater than the Anunnaki. In other words, it tells you that we ourselves are the Anunnaki, which is what I try to tell people all the time, is that, you know, when I'm talking about advanced beings coming to the planet, I don't use the word aliens that often, but I'm not talking about little green men with antenna on their head. I'm talking about people that look like me and you, and we look like them and they look like us.
Right.
And this is where, you know, some of the programming from growing up comes in and scares people. But the reality is, we ourselves are the actual aliens that we've been afraid of.
Yeah.
It's in our DNA, it's in our blood, it's in our genetics, it's in our epigenetics even. And we were created so great and so incredible that we were able to even supersede the Anunnaki themselves, the creator Anunnaki themselves.
Greater than our creators.
Greater than the creators. And this information from the book of Adapa, the myth of Adapa, made it into the Bible, where the angels were jealous of man because why would God make man this good and man had the capability of ascending higher than the angels? Right? That's in the Bible.
This is a weather camera photo from somewhere, I want to say in Alaska. And as you can see, there's an anomaly behind me. Now, this is some exclusive stuff, so feel special that I'm sharing this with you. I was watching it and I was like, wow, that's interesting. All of the, what seem to be possible like holes, but they're holes with what looks like an almost like a eye or like a mass in the center. Now, a lot of people are saying Nibiru, a lot of people are saying all kinds of different stuff about it. I looked at it and I thought something else. And I'm not sure whether I'm reaching or what, but I guess I'm trying to get y'all's opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. So, said anomaly. All right. 1 second. Then we have said anomaly. Possible reflection off the anomaly.
You guys heard of this called transhumanism? So it's like transforming humans into like robots. So basically they're gonna take your conscious, right, before you're about to die, and they'll take it and put it in a chip, just like when you download.
So you never die.
So you never die, basically. So we'll be able to live forever. They're also enhancing your body with like technology. Like in Russia, they created a new superhuman suit for like the army where that could take like 50 caliber bullets.
Like Iron Man?
Something like that. Like it's scary to think that really is on the or trying to put our minds into robots, knowing that, you know, all the movies we see, like all the robot uprising.
At the same time, bro, why would you just want to just live forever?
I just feel like our human nature is just to keep growing and like evolving and getting better at something. So we can live to 100. All right, let's live to 150, 200. Let's see how far we can actually take it. And they use like movies like, you know, Iron Man, these other movies to like desensitize you to like, okay, if that ever happens, it's like, all right, this is cool.